let's start off with our Hispanic Heritage Month person. So here we're going to start with Lori Hernandez. So feel free to spend some time filling in the blanks here. I gave you a little bit of help here, although I think with the context you probably would have been able to figure out what you use here, but just letting you know this blank is going to be tener, but you are going to have to conjugate it appropriately, which is something that we are going to talk about today. All right, that's going to be the big focus of today's lessons. All right, I also gave you the words that you should be using for these blanks as well. But also here is a YouTube video. I believe it's from NBC Sports. All right, so give you a good idea. If you are unfamiliar with who Lori Hernandez is, this video here should give you a good idea. Now I do have a couple of questions that are rather varied. Okay, so this one deals with Juanes. So ¿cuántos años tiene Juanes? And ¿cuántos años tiene Lori Hernandez? All right, easy questions for you, but we can see that there's kind of a focus on the verb tener. And then this one is sort of a general question for the whole class. ¿Tienen calor las estudiantes? ¿Tienen calor las estudiantes? All right, so this is one that you are going to sort of have to collectively agree on as a class, all right, and look a new form of the verb that maybe we haven't seen before. And this one, kind of a, see what you think here, all right? So, el señor equals está en Alemania. You might not have seen this word before, but take a look. Take a look at what it means and what this question is saying. So, el señor equals está en Alemania. Entonces, ¿tiene frío él? All right, so this phrase right here, tiene frío. What are we thinking this is saying right here? All right, el señor equals está en Alemania. Entonces, ¿tiene frío él? As always, you can put your answers right here on the right, okay? But what we're going to be working on today is el verbo tener. So tener is going to be one of our more important verbs that we'll see in our Spanish classes. It's going to pop up a lot in the beginning here and then also way into the future. So el verbo tener means, well, I'm not going to tell you what it means. This link right here will actually take you to word reference so you can find the definition of it for yourself. And word reference, like I said, great website because it gives you context to the words that you're using and not just like Google Translate, which, we've seen in our classes that it's not the best translator out there, okay? So el verbo tener, so click this link to get some information about the verb itself, all right? Write that down in your notes. And then this next page right here, we have a conjugation chart. So this might look familiar to you because we did something like this with the verb ser. So here, tener, all right, I provided a link here to the conjugations on word reference, rather. All right, so the only conjugations that you have to worry about are the ones in the present tense, okay? You're going to see a table that is full of conjugations, and it might be overwhelming, but the only one that you need to worry about is the present tense, okay? So we'll know it's the present tense because you'll see in the list of conjugations some of those conjugations that we are familiar with. So, for example, tiene, tienen, okay? Those are the two, all right? So I'll let you know if you see tiene and tienen, all right? Those are the conjugations that you are going to list here. And remember, when we do our conjugation charts, all right, these subjects correspond to these subjects. So yo here is the yo conjugation here. Tu, ele usted, and so on, all right? So we do put our conjugations in a very particular order, all right? So it is important that you put them in the right spot. So yo, tú, ele, usted, nosotros, vosotros, ellos, ellas, ustedes. After you've gone through the conjugations, all right, just a quick reading exercise where you're filling in the blanks with the appropriate conjugation of the verb tener in the present. Tener en el presente, okay? Fairly simple reading. You don't necessarily need to understand everything that's being said here, but I think I provided all of the subjects. So normally Normally, I would italicize the subjects, but I didn't do that here. But I think at this point, you should have a pretty good idea of what subjects look like, all right? And you are going to provide the conjugations of the verb tener. You're going to put those in these spaces right here, and you're going to conjugate them based on the subjects that are given.